Hello everyone. In this video, we will study about phosphorus ylides. We already seen about sulfur ylides, how they are formed and what are the purpose of sulfur ylides in synthetic organic chemistry. Okay, how sulfur ylides reacts with carbonyl compounds to form different products. Okay, so now we will see the reaction of phosphorus ylides. So phosphorus ylides are ylides in which phosphorus carries positive charge. Okay, the carbon attached to phosphorus will be like CH2 minus. Okay, so this could be phosphine, simple phosphine itself. So here there is a citrionic nature, carbon having negative charge and phosphorus bearing positive charge. So this is basically an phosphorus ylide. Okay, or phosphonium ylide. You can call it as a phosphonium ylide. So let us see a simple reaction which involves the phosphorus ylides, which is a very well-known reaction called Wittig reaction. Okay, Wittig reaction involves involving phosphonium ylides. So this Wittig reaction is a reaction in which aldehyde or ketone reacts with phosphorus ylides. In presence of phosphorus ylides, this will be converted into alkene. Okay, so with sulfur ylides we have seen aldehyde or ketone will be transferred into sulfur ylide. It will be either transferred into epoxide or it will be transformed into cyclopropane ring, right? But here this is converted into alkene. Let us see how this is happening through Wittig reaction. So in Wittig reaction, aldehydes or ketones reacts with phosphorus ylide. It could be either in ylene form or in ylide form, and what will happen is this will be eliminated. Okay, then the remaining portion will be coupling, C double bond CH2. So what would be the product? Here double bond CH2 plus CH3 P double bond O, like this. So this is happening in Wittig reaction. So before going into this reaction, let us see how this phosphorus ylides are prepared. So actually this is prepared by the reaction of alkyl halide with trialkyl or triaryl phosphine. So basically this could be trialkyl phosphine or triaryl phosphine are employed, and this will be in reacting with alkyl halide. For example, I am taking methyl bromide. Again SN2 reaction. What will happen? The phosphorus lone pair will be attacking over here, bromide will be expelled. So what you will be getting? PH3 P with positive charge, then CH3. Now what we have to do? We have to treat with a strong base like alkyl lithium or sodium hydride or sodamide or alkoxide base. Anything could be employed over here, and this hydrogen will be now acidic in nature. This will be picked up by the bases, and you will be getting, this will be picked by the base, you will be getting the corresponding negative charge on the carbon. So this will be PH3P plus CH2 with lone pair minus. So there will be a charge separation over here. This could be written in this form also, P double bond of CH2. So this is the ylide form, this is the ylene form. Okay, so about this good to write, no problem. It's very both symbolizes the phosphorus ylide. So this is how this phosphorus ylide is formed. So this is called phosphonium salt. Phosphonium salt. Okay, now let us see the reaction of phosphorus ylide with aldehyde or ketone. So let us see how this reaction, Wittig reaction, is happening. So if you are seeing the question, you have to understand ketone. Here phosphine and methyl bromide means phosphorus ylide. Dimethyl sulfide plus methyl bromide means sulfur ylide. So accordingly you have to understand what would be the reaction. So first what we have to do? We have to generate the ylide. So how it is happening? This phosphine reacts with methyl bromide in an SN2 reaction. So this will be replacing bromide in this manner, and you will be getting PH3P plus CH3. Now this is treated with ethoxide bases minus ETOH will be going. So base subtract an acidic proton from here, and you would be getting PH3P plus CH2 minus. Okay, so this is the phosphorus halide that you have generated. In the next step, what will happen? This generated phosphorus halide will be reacting with your carbonyl compound. Let us see how this is happening. PH3P plus CH2 minus. Okay, now it will be reacting with acetone. This is the ketone that we are taken. Now we have to identify this is the nucleophilic center where it will attack. This is the electron deficient carbonyl carbon. It will attack only here. So what will happen? PH3 P plus, okay, then CH2. This is attacking over here. This is the halide portion, PPH3 CH2. Then here O minus acetone's carbonyl, then CH3, like this. And what will happen? This will make a bond like this. Okay, so you will be getting PPH3 P here oxygen like this, CH2 C here CH3 CH3. Okay, so there is a 4-membered ring will be forming. Now what will happen? Ring opening will be happening so that you have to get the alkene over here. So this will be breaking like this, like this. So in fact you will be getting P double bond O PH 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 plus here double bond CH3 CH3. So this is the alkene that you will be getting after Wittig reaction. So now let us take an example as cyclohexanol. Okay, so here also conditions are same. So you will be generating the phosphorus halide like this in presence of methyl bromide and base. Okay, now what will happen? This generated phosphorus halide will be attacking our carbonyl carbon, and here you will be getting corresponding intermediate. Okay, and here also that 4-membered cyclic intermediate will be forming like this. Okay, now you have to understand here the alkene form will be like this. So you can very well try this reaction. It's a very simple reaction. The product will be an alkene with exocyclic double bond. So just try this one. A cyclic intermediate formed is called oxaphosphetene. This 4-membered cyclic intermediate which includes phosphorus and oxygen is called oxaphosphetene. This is very unstable. So it will open up to give corresponding PPH3 double bond O as well as the alkene. So this is how Wittig reaction is happening. Phosphorus halides are divided into two categories. One is stabilized phosphorus halide, the other one is unstabilized phosphorus halide. So in stabilized phosphorus halide, as we have seen in the case of sulfur halides, the carbon atom will be attached with an electron withdrawing group. So there will be an electron withdrawing over here, that said will be electron withdrawing. Then only it will be stabilized. Okay, this carbon is attached to electron withdrawing group. Now unstabilized halide means there will not be any substitution, or there will be electron releasing group like methyl group or alkyl group. Electron releasing group will be there. Okay, so that the negative charge on carbon will be destabilized. Here the negative charge on carbon will be stabilized by this electron withdrawing group. So this aromatic ring can also stabilize the negative charge. So this is also a stabilized halide. Okay, whereas if you have over here PH3O plus CH minus OMe. So this one OMe group is having electron releasing mesomeric effect, plus M or plus R effect, right? Whereas here it is minus M or minus R effect, electron withdrawing. So this will be stabilizing, this will be destabilizing. Now another thing that you have to understand that is that it's very important one, the stabilized one. Both are giving same product, that is alkene. No matter whether it is stabilized or unstabilized, both will be giving alkene. But stabilized halide will be giving E-alkene, that is trans-alkene, and unstabilized will be giving Z-alkene, that is cis type of alkenes. That is very important. Stabilized will be giving E-alkene, unstabilized will be giving Z-alkene. This is very important in terms of CSIR and GATE exams. Let us discuss some examples. Okay, so here this is the substrate that I have taken, a ketone. Okay, this is a substrate, and two conditions are employed. This is PPH3 CH3Br. So if you must know what would be the phosphorus halide which is formed, that is stabilized or unstabilized. Okay, so here if you are seeing in this alkyl group there is no electron withdrawing group, so it will be forming what? Unstabilized halide. Okay, now if you are seeing over here, this carbon is attached to electron delocalizing phenyl group, so this will be forming stabilized halide. So what does it mean? This generate E-alkene and this will be generating Z-alkene. So accordingly we have to write. So here what would be the halide which is forming? It will be PH3 P plus CH2 minus over here after this two reaction. And what about here? It will be PH3 P plus CH minus phenyl group. So this is the halide which will be forming over here, right? Now the reaction of this halide with this compound, that we will see. So this is the ketone that we are taking, and here CH2 minus PPH3 plus. Okay, now what will happen? This will be attacking, negative charge will be attacking over here. Okay, oxophosphate intermediate will be formed, so you will be getting unstable oxophosphate intermediate over here, oxygen PPH3 over here, CH2, and here one methyl group, this methyl group. Okay, now this ring will be opening. How this will be opening? In this manner. Here P double bond O should form, and here alkene should form in this manner. And after that you should generate Z-alkene. So after the reaction you will be getting here double bond over here, both hydrogens over here, like this. So from here you cannot say that whether it is Z-alkene or the other, because two are hydrogens. So instead if you are taking here C2H5 over here, so that you will be getting like this CH3. Okay, so here instead of one hydrogen you will be having one more methyl group, so that you can very well write which is Z-alkene or Z-alkene. Okay, now there is a possibility after writing here methyl group, here hydrogen. So here one will be methyl and one will be hydrogen. Okay, so if you are writing in this manner, this is already in the starting material. So this will be the product formed. So if this is the product, let us check whether this is the Z-alkene. How we will be checking? You have to assign the priority, right? So here this side will be getting priority number 1, here second number, and this side, this is first number, this is second number. So this will be the Z-alkene which is formed after the reaction, not CH3 over here. Okay, so you have to look at this case the priority order, so that you can very well write the Z-alkene. Now let us discuss over here how this will be reacting. So first of all you can write the cyclic intermediate very easily. This will be OPH3. Okay, then one methyl group already over here in the substrate, this one, this is CH, pH, right? Now you have to show the ring opening. How this will be opening over here like this. Now the product should be E-alkene, right? E-alkene. So accordingly you have to write down the product. So here obviously one methyl group will be there. This is from the starting material. Here this carbon and one hydrogen and one pH, right? So how this could be written. So if it is on pH over here, hydrogen over here, and we have to see the priority. This will get priority number 1, 2. Now if you are considering over here, this is 1, this is 2. So this is obviously an E-alkene. So basically you have to understand, stabilized alkenes will be, phosphorus halides will be giving E-alkenes, unstabilized one will be giving Z-alkene. So accordingly you have to write down the product. So this is a question which appeared in CSIR exams once and as well as in GATE exams, and I should say in university exam point of view, this is an application of phosphorus halides for the synthesis of vitamin A. Okay, let me show you how this is happening. Vitamin A synthesis. Okay, so this is a substrate where a halide is attached over here. So basically an alkyl halide. Okay, and first reagent is triphenylphosphine and base. So obviously that means this triphenylphosphine, alkyl bromide and base will be generating a halide, phosphorus halide. Then second case, you see this is a carbonyl compound. So that phosphorus halide will be reacting with this carbonyl compound, generating an alkene. And third one, LH reduction. So after the second stage, we will see where that reduction will be happening. So first we will generate the phosphorus halide. Where it will generate, this PPH3 will be displacing this bromide over here. Okay. So let me write that one first. After replacement of bromide, you would be getting CH2, CH3, double bond CH, CO2R in this manner. So why this particular alkyl bromide is taken means in order to get vitamin A component. Basically 2 synthons are joining over here to get vitamin A. Okay, so this is the thing. Now if you are treating it with base, what ETO minus, what will happen? This hydrogen will be abstracted by the base. Okay, generating phosphorus halide. So you would be getting PH3P plus, CH2 minus and CH3 double bond CH CO2R. Okay, now we have generated what? The so-called phosphorus halide. Okay, and here if you are seeing this negative charge could be stabilized. Okay, because of the presence of alpha beta unsaturated ester, this could be stabilized. Okay, now in the next step, so we have prepared a stabilized phosphorus halide. Now this will react with our alpha beta unsaturated compound. So obviously you have to get an E-alkene. You have to generate an E-alkene because you have generated a stabilized halide. So where it will form, this double bond will be forming over here, right? So let me write down the structure. You can practice. It's a very important reaction and very easy to write also. So this is our C double bond of hydrogen, right? So here what will happen, the coupling will be happening over here. So that carbon I am writing over here. So you have to write in that manner. It will be having the E-alkene geometry because since it is a stabilized halide. Okay, now what will happen, the remaining portion, here CH3, this CH3, again double bond CH, CO2R. So this is how it is generated. So you can simply write over here like this. Okay, so this is the portion where that coupling between aldehyde and halide happened. So this is the E-alkene which is formed after this reaction. Now the third one was LH reduction. So if you are seeing over here, the only carbonyl compound which will undergo this one is LH reduction is this one. So ester will be reduced to corresponding alcohol by LH. So the product that you would be getting is, the other things will be intact. It is well conjugated. You can write as such here CH2OH. It will be like this. So vitamin A, it is an application of Wittig reaction and application of unstabilized halides, and CSIR gate question also very important. So this is another important question which appeared in GATE exam. Okay, so here looking into the substrate somewhat similar to our vitamin A structure. So this is as a reaction in which provitamin A is synthesized. Provitamin A, or its name is beta carotene. Beta carotene. Okay. So let us see how this is happening. So this is our alkyl bromide, and obviously this is the generation of phosphorus halide. So you can generate over here. So here SCH minus will be coming. So you can very well write two more. Since there are two aldehyde molecules, we have to generate two molecules of phosphorus halides. So it's very easy to write. Just to practice few times. Here CH minus, okay, then PPH3 plus. Okay, now what will happen? This will be reacting at this side, and the second molecule will be reacting at this side. So how we will write that one? So begin from this side, the one molecule like this, double bond, again double bond here. Okay, this CH double bond over here. Okay, then this is the carbonyl carbon. This carbon is the carbonyl carbon. Now here one alkyl group, again double bond. Okay, carbon, double bond, single bond, double bond, methyl group. Here carbonyl carbon, so there double bond will come, this one. Okay, so now this is CH, again single bond, okay, then double bond, again methyl group, single bond, double bond, then our single bond, our ring, like this. Here double bond, here like this. This is the structure. So this is the structure of provitamin A. So you have to see where are the here as well as here are the new alkenes are formed. See here 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They already present over here. This is newly formed one. Okay, in this substrate there are 1, 2. 1, 2. So everything is fine. 1, 2. Very easy to write if you are knowing the chemistry of this reaction. So thank you for watching this video. This is all about phosphorus halides.